Alright, this is a tutorial for Super Metroid Y-Faster's 90% speedrun for the Olympics. Let's start. Alright, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start on a blank file. So you need this intro that's going to be counted in the official Olympics time. So we're starting from this. I'm just going to go over some strategies that you definitely want to note and practice. Not the absolute specifics, but some things you should do because they'll lose you a pretty good amount of time. So start here. Ledge grabbing is definitely helpful to know. Ledge grabbing, mockballing. Mockballing is basically required. Wall jumping is further in this hack. Springvale jump speed is very high, so those are a couple things to know. So you want to head here first, do a mock ball, go through this door. And now first thing is you want to know where the pirates are. So this guy is always going to be right here. They're all going to be in the same spot. So what you want to do is you want to drop down and kill this guy, shoot, jump over to this ledge. If you land on this block, you can actually shoot off the edge and aim down to make it over. So do that again, like that. And then you do this, shoot this guy. Another thing to note is that this is a slope. It's not just a flat block that you're going to fall off of. So you're going to do that. You're going to come over, shoot this guy. You're going to shoot this guy. He'll be slightly off screen. Then turn around, do a spin jump, turn around, shoot that guy. Kill this guy, and then turn around. This door will be open. So your arm pump to get spring ball. And then the immediate first thing you do is morph, and you jump twice in the other direction. So you'll always make it to this ledge, usually. If not, you'll make it to somewhere around here, and you can just do another jump. Then you go up here, and you go back. So that's that first section. See how fast spring ball is? So yeah, your speed is insane in spring ball. Yeah, so make it up here one way or another. Doesn't really matter. I like to use wall jumps like everywhere. Jump through this door. The very important thing here is you need to grab this missile. Otherwise you can't beat the game. So do that. Mock ball here. So you got that. You got that down. I'll do it again. Just because. So I'll have to reset the room. Yeah. Alright. Okay, go up here. Mock ball over there. Do a max height jump. And then what you want to do here is you want to wall jump. You want to wall jump into a morph. So act like it's the Alcatraz escape where you hold your jump input and press it down once. Make it to this door. And everything's good. There's a save right there to the left if you need to take it. So a little bit of a route deviation. Going right saves 8 seconds, but it's incredibly risky. Going left nets you an extra E-tank, but loses you 8 seconds. During the race, I'm going to be grabbing this E-tank. So what you want to do is you want to come in here, and you want to mock ball back out. You want to spring ball jump as close to the door as you can. So ideally, you want to get that. You have a few frames of leeway here. There are different strats, feel free to come up with your own, but the one I find that works the best is doing this. And the first thing to note is if you do the setup like that, you will, let me do it again, it is purely consistent. So you do a full jump here, don't press anything, jump, and then jump a couple more times. Another thing to note is that you can't just fall off a ledge. If you were to fall off a ledge, your momentum would be reset. So you need to always be jumping if you want to gain that speed. So you can't just fall off a ledge. So now what you want to do is you want to fall down here, make sure you don't hit the platform, and then go into lava. So do a few hops, make sure you're on this ledge before you cross over, unmorph here, wall jump once, get onto this platform, wall jump there, go through the door. That's good. Crouch, shoot twice, only twice. That's all you need. Missile door 5 times. Feel free to farm here. All you need for this boss is 46 HP or higher. I promise you that's all you need. So come into the room, guns blazing. Now what you want to do is you want to go up to Golden Threezo. You want to pseudo screw him twice. Wait for him to become fully yellow. And then shoot him. I'm going to collect every single drop in the room, as you normally do. So now you're good. And then what you want to do is you want to aim down and hit those guys. You want to use power bombs to kill these. You're going to want at least 250 health here. So I would try to farm up to full if I were you. Get back, select your power bombs, just for later. Couple wall jumps, make it over the ledge. Get an extra power bomb from this guy. Shoot these guys if you're not sure. Get down here. Now the big part. Okay, so what you want to do, spin jump over the ledge. Make sure not to hit it. You springvale jump all the way back through. So you can rewatch that if you need to, but I can't really go back through that. Keep springballing under the lava so you maintain that speed. See what I mean? It's doable with 2 tanks, but it's very hard. So now you're back over here, and that's good. So you wall jump here, wall jump here. And now there's an energy refill, which you do need. Alright, so now you want to jump and try to wall jump check the door, or just get as close to the door as you can. At the peak of your jump, okay, maybe not the exact peak. Very close to the peak of your jump here, you want to wall jump off to the other side. So like this. Jump here, 3 simultaneous wall jumps until you get up to that block. So this block is where you can kill both that blue guy who drops the power bomb and open the door at the same time. Any lower will not work. That's good to know. So do 3 more wall jumps to make it up here, and maneuver your way through this room as you please. I personally do a mock ball. If I could do it, hello? I'll try to do it real quick. Hold on. So if you want to try that, you can. Feel free. It's a little hard though. It's very tight. So yeah, I can't even get it right now. You see what I mean by that momentum not being preserved? Go ahead and farm up here. This is a free refill. You will want to take it. I'm sure of it. So farm to like 3 E-tanks or so. You can mock ball here. It's slightly faster. Do a spring ball jump and get speed booster. Short charging does not really matter too much in the speedrun, except there is one spot you're going to need it. So if you don't know how to short charge, go ahead and run back over here, and then you can charge a spark from here. Line yourself up at the center there, spark up. Make sure you have power bombs selected, and spam the down button and move right and left. So what you're going to do by doing that is you're going to kill all of these guys, making it safe for you to maneuver over here. Kill the eye door. Okay, so you got that down. Now, here comes Ridley. So, Ridley is a very difficult fight, if you don't know how to do it. But, thanks to French Lightning John and Mr. Guy Average, we've developed a strat that is 100% consistent and requires no luck or anything, no skill. You just need to get it right, and it's not too hard. Right. So I'm gonna go over it, and then I'm gonna do it. So you wanna hold a charge shot for 1 second. Once Samus starts to flash, run through the door. Then go to about the middle of the platform and wait for the. Oh, by the way, this is the golden shower trick. When you have power bomb selected and you have Spazer, you can do this. Those 2 particles do 300 each, so that's what we're gonna abuse here to make the fight much quicker. So stand on this door ledge right after you kill it. Charge for 1 second, run through the door until Samus starts flashing. Stand on the middle of the platform. Let's say like this is the entire platform. So I'd run up to about here, wait for Ridley to show up. Keep holding, you want to keep holding shot the entire time that you're in this room until told otherwise. So you keep holding shot, and then once this particle on the right circles around, makes a clockwise motion and hits Ridley, that is when you jump. At the peak of your jump, turn around, and then jump again. So once again, come into the room, do this, turn around, and then jump again, and it should work. If that last part didn't make sense, I'll try to show it right now because I feel like it didn't make that much sense. All right, so yeah, charge for 1 second. That was a little under, it doesn't matter too much. Wait for this right particle, turn around, jump again, and those will both hit. 2 missiles to the face, and that's your Ridley quick kill. You have to be morphing. It is RNG whether you get the quick kill or not. It saves 2 seconds if you do. So don't blame it on yourself if you don't get it. So yeah. 1 second, run through the door. Center of the platform, clockwise, turn around, jump again. So just stay in the position you were. Basically, I'll go over this 2 more times. Alright. So, 1 second, run through the door. And keep in mind you don't need to move. So that's our quick kill. It's pure luck whether you get it or not, really. You cannot control it. Unless you're TAS, but I don't think you guys are TAS. Could be wrong. 1 more time. And this is 100% consistent if you execute it the same way every time. Problem there was I stood too close. So you need to be standing not quite too close. I don't think how far away you are matters, as long as you're within like 1 to 2 blocks of his rightmost part, so his beak. Okay, stand about here. Those usually hit. If they didn't, I'd be very surprised. Okay, so you got your Ridley kill down. It's good. Select power bombs. Wait for the door to open. Grab all these drops. You're going to want 5 missiles. I'll explain that later. Jump through the door. Alright, so you got that. I'll open this gate. Morph here. Couple things to note is that there are powerbomb visual cues. So I will post these in the description if you don't remember them. But the ones that are used are, see the 2 blocks in the middle down there? You see how there's 4 below them, like the blackish brownish tiles? The 4 blocks below there are the tiles where you want to lay your power bombs. So right about here. Do you see where I laid it there? It was at that 4 block column. So yeah, this will always open this. Springvale jump through this. Hold right through the door transition, wait for the bounce, jump, keep jumping, and lay the power bomb here. So 1 block after this spike. Deselect power bombs, fall down hole. Make your way out of here however you want to. Let's see. Yeah, so don't take this refill. What you're going to want to do instead is go down the elevator. So now you've gotten Ridley down. That's 1 out of the 3 major bosses you need to kill. Make your way out of this room. I suggest that you have approximately 71 health to make it through this room, because if you get hit by a waiver, which you most likely will, and you fall into this spike pit, that's 71 health. Or that's 70 damage, and you 71 to survive, obviously. Okay, so go through the door. And now we head right instead. So now we're going to wreck ship. So take this. Always take this energy refill. This missile refill is optional. If you have less than 5, you can farm the Geemers outside the door. They have a decent chance of dropping, even if you are low on health. Not like too low. But yeah, so try to do that. You can select missiles here if you want. Maneuver your way through this. Do a spin jump or wall jump there. Probably just do it on this wall. Yeah, you can. So wall jump on this wall if you want to. And now what you want to do is you want to morph, and you want to do some Springvale jumps. So it doesn't matter if you screw it up, just try to not lose too much momentum there. So I'll do it again just because. I'll have to go back though. You don't actually do the Springvale strat on the way out, and I'll explain that in a bit too. So I still haven't explained the 5 missiles part, and that's because you need 5 missiles for the door that's right at the start of wreck ship. So yeah, go back through here. Wall jump off this one and this one. Morph. Just try to go through here. It doesn't matter if you hit a wall, it's still faster to just do this. Jump through the door transition, but don't go too high. Unmorph, go up the elevator. Now what you need to do, as you're running right, shoot 2 missiles. So both of those will hit the door, hit these extra 3 right at the door. You can mock ball here if you're fast enough. Otherwise, you can just do this. Make sure you're at least a few blocks away Or make sure you're no farther than about this much away from this. Because what you want to do is do a just speed run, their speed booster. You just run through, and do that. Aim down as the power bomb transition's going off, or like the fire and fair or whatever. Hold right so you quick drop. Jump through this door. Now this part takes a little bit of timing and remembering, but do a mock ball into here. See, I can't even do it. I didn't get it in my world record. Yeah, so get this. Up to you how you want to maneuver this. I usually do that. Kill the Ghidorah. If you are 1 pixel on this platform, he won't notice you. Along with a little more. So we're here now. We're here at Dark Stars. This is Dark Star, right? Yeah. So we're here at Dark Stars harder section. So yeah. We're gonna go through here. So just run, morph, unmorph about there. You can kill these guys if you want to. You're in no rush. Yeah. Kill this guy for sure. And does a regular charge work here? It sure does. Okay. So yeah, if you want to, you can do a regular charge here. It may be a little tight to get this timing. What I usually do is a stutter 2 tap, so tap, 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 tap. You get it right about there, and then you can spark up. Or what you could do is just do some wall jumps. Look pretty cool when they're done right. This slope is a little glitchy, so be mindful of that. This one isn't, I don't think. Yeah, we're fine. You can also do that in morph strat on the way out here, because you're going to be falling down this shaft. On morph, you're over there. Alright. You got that. Line yourself up around here. Spark up. Something you can do, but that I don't recommend right now, is grab the sea tank. You'll see why later. Kill this guy. Make your way up here. It's best to do an auto spin jump to make this, which is where you hold jump as you're turning around. Puts you a certain distance away. Okay, so this is a very important trick. It saves about 15 seconds. You can choose not to go for it if you want to. It's pretty tight, but I'm gonna practice it a few times just because some people would like to know it, and it looks insane too. So, standard strat applies. Morph through this, and cut right through his arms. Stop about here. Start running. Speed jump. Okay, let me do that again. So yeah, after Shack Tool, start running. Unmorph and start running. Right as you reach the absolute end of the platform, shoot, spin jump, and then do a morph, and then jump ball through the door. You'll see why this comes in handy. So I'll do it now. Alright, so now you want to hold angle. You want to hold angle as you're coming out of the door transition, and hopefully you will end up in the right spot. So what this is trying to do is conserve your momentum so you can actually get down here the not intended way. It's very tight. It's probably not a good idea to go for it in the race. I'll still go for it, but like, you don't lose any time by going for it, which is nice. And if you do get it, it's crazy. So yeah. Go through here. Run. Shoot. Morph ball. Jump through the door. Try to unmorph as soon as you get through the door. And then do your little readjusting if you need to. So yeah, as soon as you come through the door, like as fast as your reaction time allows, try to unmorph. I've found that works better than trying to wait for the right moment, because I usually overshoot it. And you also want to make sure you jump pretty high through the door, but not, you don't bonk the door. So like that probably won't cut it. Yeah. I'll do this one more time. If I don't get it, that's okay. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'll still, you know what, why not? Okay, so either way, you saw me get it the first time. Probably shouldn't attempt this anyways. Kill these guys so they don't hurt you. Stand on this block. You can also kill these guys so they don't hurt you. Be mindful of this spark, they do 30 damage. and this Kazan, which does an incredible amount of damage. Do not want to touch him, except for later, but you'll see why. Go down here. You take left or right path, it doesn't matter, and go down. Here's Crocomire. So, start charging a charge shot and shoot it into his mouth. Sure, you already know how Crocomire works. I keep getting this messed up. Alright, so shoot him 5 times. That's all you need. As long as he doesn't move that far forward. So see, that's 4. That's 5. He might need an extra shot, yeah. So 5 is enough. Morph to reduce lag. Love lag. Just kidding, I'm not Misty. This is turning out to be much longer than I anticipated, I'll be honest. But I want to cover everything in depth because some people aren't going to be participating this week. Crocomire. Run over here. Pick up all your drops. Shoot to the right. Jump. Just land on the 3rd platform. There's your ice beam. This will become handy later on. Alright, so you're going to want to do the reverse of that strat now, where you speed kept down there. So start shooting at the ceiling. Once you get to about these tiles in the floor, you're going to jump up. Super jump. And now a pretty cool mock ball. Position yourself about here, and when your knee is in the water or so, you want to do a mock ball and jump 2 full times. Let's see if I can do that again. Come on, Shaq. Thank you for dying. Alright. Let's do that one more time. So about knee in the water or like leg in the water. 2 full jumps right at the end of that platform. You'll always dodge him. Get through here. Mock ball. Grab this E-tank now. You're going to want it later. Stand in the middle. Unmorph. Or not. It's up to you. Make your way through here. Doesn't matter how much damage you take, really. Kill this guy. And now I'm not sure what kind of short charge this requires. So there's a fast strat here and a pretty slow strat. What you could do is, if you know how to short charge, you can do like a stutter 2 and make it to about here, and then be able to charge through the door and then spark across the empty field. Or what you could do is, I'm just gonna carry this spark, why not? Charge through the door or whatever, then you go down here. So this is where you would normally spark. You'd spark left right here. Or what you can do is do this. So you can freeze these guys, but be wary, if you freeze them more than once, you're screwed. So you can freeze these guys to make a platform for yourself back across. This is what I suggest everyone does. Unless you got that short charge skill. Do this. Be very careful here, because Spazer's hitbox is very jank. Make sure you're careful with these jumps. Don't be too close. Now you're good. Something that you're probably going to want to do is go through this. And now what you want to do, line yourself up here and do an air ball here. Hold jump, and if you have the timing right, you will always make it through this guy. So this guy will be at the top, and you can just jump in this hole. It's in my PP, I think. Shoot up twice, wall jump over, and go through this room. Mock ball, however you want to. There's actually a speed strat that you can do. Fun strat. Do that. Get your gravity suit. You've earned it. So you got that. Alright, cool. Isn't that awesome? So now we go down, morph through the door, and fall into this hole. Grab this E-tank. Whatever, it's not E-tank. You got our trash tank over there. If you want to grab that, you can, but it's not really that necessary. What you are going to want to do, though, is charge a spark here. So you can do a regular charge even if you want to. Hold angle and then go down the elevator. You could also do a delayed dash tap and get it close to the elevator. Go down. Turn left and spark. There you go. The spark takes like 60 HP or so. You can spring ball your way back through here if you want to. It's up to you. Take this refill since you took a lot of damage on the way out. Make sure you have at least 3 missiles here. If you have less than 3 missiles, you're going to need to refill somehow. It's going to screw you over. Probably 4, actually. 3 or 4. But after that, you should probably have, 3 missiles. Get through here however you want to. I'll leave you up to decide the strat for this room, because I don't want to explain it. It's mostly just doing a jump ball through the entire room, though. 5 missiles on the door. And go down the elevator. This really doesn't look like an elevator, though, let's be honest. Okay. Now we are here in Meridia, also known as Zaristar. Zaristar or Zaristar? I don't know. Okay. Start shooting missiles as soon as you come to this pillar. So, here you go, you're 5. Morph into a ball, jump all the way through the door. Do a full height jump, and keep holding jump, go into here. This was something recent that I discovered. If you're at full height and you continue jumping through this, you will always make it into this cubby. It's pixel perfect, but for some reason this setup just works. I don't understand it. Meta knew. You knew it. It's not that tight to get into the top hole either. So yeah. Don't try to cut it too close, because sometimes it does not work if you do cut it too close. I won't be able to show off an example probably, but yeah. Keep springballing. Try not to fall in the sand because it's a bit of a time loss. Usually. And I felt like it was more of a time loss. Go through here. Okay, so now something interesting is you're going to want to hug the right wall here. Unmorph, unmorph again. This will clip you through the tube. So now you can either A, do the short charge strat, or B, do the gate. Just use the gate. The gate is much slower, but this strat is much cooler. So I'm going to show the gate first. You can mock ball if you feel like it. Just go ahead. Do some jumps. Freeze this guy if you want to be cool. You got this missile gate. So this brings you up to where you want to be. You gotta do a mid-air morph here. Or do you? Hold on. Yeah, you do. Okay. Make your way through these holes. If you wanna, you can do a sick wall jump. That's pretty tight. Okay, so now you're up here. So you see that speed block at the top? That's your little hint that there's a faster way to get through here. So I'll show that now. If you want to do the swag strats, which we love. So there are 2 ways of going about this. There is the in-tube setup and there's the out-of-tube setup. In-tube setup is hard because it requires a stutter 3-tap, so I'm not going to show that off. But I will show this off. So you want to do, I think, a regular tap should work. So a delayed dash tap might work here. Yeah, it will. Just make sure you're running as you go through the door. You can freeze these guys, but it's probably not a good idea, honestly. As long as you don't have speed echoes when you're falling into the pit, you should be okay. But you do want to fall in the pit. So right here, I'm going to fall in, jump up, hold the angle down to position yourself, stay on this 3rd block here. So this 3rd little highlighted thing, it's about a 4 pixel space, as with like all 1 block shine sparks. So keep that in mind. You can open this door if you want to be a little more safe about it. You can also charge a shot through the door, which will automatically open the door. Now, spark. Just kidding. You gotta be tight. You gotta be tight with it. It's not that hard with a bit of practice, though. Angling helps there. Select power bombs. Sit over on this ledge. Here's our 3rd visual cue. So on this 3rd shot block, you see that below me? This 3rd shot block is where you're going to want to lay your power bomb. That will destroy all of these blocks. Yeah, so there were blocks all the way up to like here, but now they're gone. This room's a doozy. What I recommend for just starting out, if you're trying to rush this, like you just started practicing this like a day ago or so, just freeze them all on the way up. It's not that much slower. There's a cool speed strat, which I will show off though, because I like doing it. It's fun and it looks sick. Because we love spring ball. Any use of spring ball is lovely. I'm not going to explain it, I'm just going to do it. There you go. Mock ball. Do some full height jumps through this. Wall jump. Or just regular jump, you know, it's up to you. Save room. You might want to take it, I'm not sure. Once again, totally up to you. So I'm gonna go over here and look, the door is gray. So this is plasma beam, we're gonna get it afterwards. Don't worry about it. What you can do is do a wall jump here. This is why you need 8 missiles. So you use let's see. So you use 3 of those missiles on the eye door, and then you pick up an extra missile pack that you don't end up using. So if you did have 3 missiles, you'd have about 5 by now. But if you have like a normal amount, like 11 or 7 or so or whatever, you can do a little cooler strat. So you run through the door, keep your missiles selected, shoot 3 missiles straight forward in front of you. You can collect them if you want, it really does not matter. Now, so you see this missile pack here. So we're gonna wait. We're not gonna kill this guy. So we're gonna go down here, we're gonna lay the power bomb right here. You can jump through to make it a little bit faster. That will kill that guy. Stand up. And do that. It's, once again, totally up to you how to get through this room. We don't even know the fastest strat through here yet. But it is good to use jump ball when you're in close corners here. I'm not going to go over the crate quick kill. It's too time consuming, and I've already wasted your guys' time enough. But what I will do is show a couple important things. This bomb setup here is totally optional. You don't want to freeze them like you're doing a normal crate quick kill. Try to fire 3 missiles, 3 or 4 missiles into his face. Now, cool strat is you can hug his face. This works. You can get a 1 round with this. So you can do that. I recommend you do that because it really does not lose that much time and it looks sick. Okay, gonna morph through here. Once again, I'm not going to do the actual quick kill because it's too time consuming. Yeah, see, I only hit about like 2 missiles there or whatever, that's okay. So just try to hug his face, make sure you're about like eye level or so. Shoot straight forward most of the time. Unless you're really far below, in which case you need to alter it up a little bit. Ta-da! An alternate strat, of course, instead of doing this, is standing back and being a wuss. But we don't like that. So I'll show off the wuss strat. I don't know if I mentioned it, but ice spacer shots do exactly as much damage to Kraid as missiles do. So they deal 100. And Kraid has 1096 health. Like, this isn't as cool. It works, but it's not as cool. Yeah. Collect your drops. It's ideal to have 30 missiles here. You'll see why in a second. So, again, make your way through here however you want. I like to use Springvale Jumps because they're crazy fast. Incredibly tight jump here. Yep. Make your way through. Wall jump. And automorph. Can't make it up to this platform, so you're gonna have to do a jump. And up. Up to you whether you want to attempt this wall jump or not. Sometimes you can get stuck on the lower part of here and just fall down, which really sucks. Mock ball jump as late as you can, usually. Open the door, get your plasma beam. This will come in handy later. I mean, it always is handy, but like, you really don't use it that much except for the final boss. Go down the elevator. Don't save. It's bad. You can stand anywhere you want here. Just try not to get hit. Usually standing in the middle is good there. Open this gate off screen. Okay, so there are 3 variations of what you can do here. So, number 1, you can do the missile gate glitch, which is a very precise trick. I'm able to get it relatively quickly because I've done a lot of practice. But this, do not be fooled, this is a very difficult trick. It's like a regular gate glitch, but worse. And we hate regular gate glitches. So if you practice this, I highly recommend you practice this, and if you just can't get it, I'll show you an alternate strat. How does that sound? It even nets you an extra missile. Who doesn't want that? Okay, so we're gonna go back up. The third alternative is doing a spark, doing a speed keep like I showed before in Croc's area, but that's not really doable. So I don't know the specifics of this room, but just try to make it through here. I've never really been here, but Springvale Jumps always work no matter what. I'm just gonna say that. Oops. Oopsies. Okay, we're good. Okay, just Springvale Jump, back to the door. Try not to get eaten by the vile plumes. Just try to take damage hits instead. You could maybe make it across in 1 hit. If you don't do that. This looks cool and it's a nice effect. So yeah, don't jump too high, otherwise you'll bonk that. But at the same time, don't screw that up. You could also aim for a D-boost in between the middle of these. Do more D-boosts, but they won't always go well for you. Go down. Free missile pack. So take it. Curve around here. Go through this door. You can mock ball if you'd like. Except you got that guy on your tail. You might even need the missile pack here. So yeah, go through that door, and now you're at the tube. So go through the tube. Go up. And make it back. You can do, if you want to here, you can run through that room where you're doing the speed ball back in Criteria before, or you can do something cooler. You can do any variation of a short charge here. I just did a delayed dash tap. You get it right around the elevator, go up, shoot the door, wait for it to open, and spark left. Yeah. Shoot the door. Don't collect this guy's drop, it's a waste of your time. Make sure you have no missiles here. Doesn't matter actually, because yeah, that boom, that was just one multi-boost. Something you can do to negate getting hit by another guy in this next room is doing this. If you want, it's totally up to you. You do a mock ball, it's cool. We love mock balls. Delayed dash tap again if you want. This is slightly faster. You kill all 3 of these guys. So now what you're gonna want to do, no matter how many missiles you have, you're gonna want to farm up to full. So you're gonna have around 35 maximum at this point. The minimum you can go out with is 28 at this point, but that is with missing 0 missiles on the final fight. I have 40 here because of that extra missile tank I grabbed. So now, run and jump off the ledge. Go as far as you can. Wait, go one block further off that. And do a short hop mark ball here. This is pretty essential, so I recommend you practice this. So short hop, jump. This will always make it to this platform if you do it right. Shoot the door. Pick up this 5th E-tank if you want to. It's totally optional. And wait. Select your missiles. Oh, that was almost solid. Dang. Shoot the door. If you don't know how to Zebetite skip, that's not an issue, because you can do this. But I like doing Zebetite skip. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's brutal, dude. What the heck? Wow. I didn't even know that. That sucks. Okay, well, now you know. You don't get drops from these guys, so don't screw that up. You can do is do a Zebetite skip if you want to, but I can't now. So it's really not that much slower to just do this. Once again, you want to know that you need to hit 18 missiles on Mother Brain. Despite her having only 700 health, you need to get rid of the tank, which takes 18 projectiles of any sort. You could use 18 super missiles for all anyone cares. And here's the final fight. This is a very unpredictable fight, and this is why you have all these E-tanks. Don't start shooting yet. As soon as she starts moving, start shooting. You want to land 21 uncharged shots on Mother Brain. It's not predictable where she goes, but try not to get trapped in the bottom right corner, for God's sake. Please do not. You will die. So yeah. Got your boss kill there. You can jump into this guy. It's like an arrow formation. It looks kind of cool. Do some max height jumps. Doesn't hurt. And that's it. That's your speed run. That is Super Metroid Y-Faster 80%. So I'll actually go through a run right now. Some of those quote-unquote primitive strats. Just cause. Just like taking it kind of casually. Just see how you should try to go about this thing. Not timed. And another thing to note is that the lava dive that we do early on, the second one is not required. You can go up and around, but it's slower, and I don't like doing it. I recently switched to the newer route, which saves about 7 seconds. So see, aim down. Kill these guys. You want to wait for the shot to travel completely off screen there. Morph. So yeah, see, I made it to there. 3 jumps work just fine. Back up or remorph, it's up to you. You can jump through the door. It's kind of tight. Get your missiles. Shoot a guy for fun. And if you're lucky, that guy might even be that one. I don't know why that happens. He just kind of lines up perfectly. So turn and shoot the door and then immediately run into it. Pick up the item, turn around, mock ball. Jump through the door. That worked. It's not that lenient, but you have a bit of space to do it. Doesn't matter what health you get through here with, just as long as you make it. You want to unmorph around here. Do that wall jump. Door check, it's up to you. 2 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Health doesn't matter here as long as you have more than 46. Jump up, pseudo screw. Pseudo screw a second time. Swag strats. As soon as you're the you want to jump. So grab everything, especially the big health. That won't always kill all of them. Get our last farm. See, health is quite good now. Get away through here. And just, once again, farm here if you need to. I don't feel like I adequately explained this, but you do need to spin jump and move right as fast as you can. Do controlled hops. You need to make sure that you do a soft morph on the ground. To gain a little more speed, you can stay under the lava. It's not that dangerous. Got our energy refill, which is awesome. Wall jump through the door. Jump. Jump. 1. Wait, no, okay. 1, 2, 3. About. It's like approximate. I'm gonna grab this guy because I screwed that up. 2, 3. You can also, if you need to, you can mock ball here. Do a relatively high jump, and you might be able to get that. So yeah, I'm just showing off that you can do this regularly. You can also do a mid-air spark, but it's up to you. It's done by pressing A, jump, and then A. Morph. Once you kill those, select your missiles. Kill this idler. Don't be too early with it. You need your 2 missiles. You'll learn the timing for the 2 missiles eventually. It's not that hard. Pick up your ammo. And there's Ridley down. You can actually just run along here to open the door, but it's better that you jump. 4th block. That time I hit it dead on, so you can see which block I was talking about. Hold right, jump on the 2nd bounce, keep jumping, spike. Deselect power bombs, jump. And keep in mind you can move around fast here. I do a little spring ball hop so I don't completely lose momentum, because you don't bounce there for whatever reason. Something I like to do here is do a tiny hop off the edge. Usually hits that guy, but not this time. And yeah, if you want to, you can farm these 3 guys for those missiles if you want them. Refill here. Don't spring ball through here. It's slower actually, but it looks cool. There we are. Most of the time you can let go of the jump through the door. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Jump ball. This is like the furthest you want to be. See, because I barely get my speed boost there. Aim down, turn around during the transition, jump through the door. Because you'll fall into that robot if you don't jump. Grab the missile. Get up here. Don't stand too close. If you stand like here, he'll close. And you do not want that. Then again, you can morph here, unmorph, kill these guys. Spark up. It's a nice visual cue. So I'm just gonna do the normal strat here. You still want to get this mock ball. You still want to get this speed ball, but you don't want to. You just don't really need to do that, you know. So you can skip those guys if you want to. Go down here. You don't really need them as long as you have a. You don't really need your missiles either. So shot 1. Button let go. Shot 2. Don't get mad at the bad RNG. It only loses about 1.5 seconds, despite what you might think. Alright, that's good. With these strats, if you fine-tune it, you can definitely get us up 20. Maybe even below the goal. But I'm just making this so you guys can be helped out and get a better feel for the speedrun. Grab everything, don't need that extra health. Make sure you get this, but there is acid here. So if you fall in, get out as fast as you can. It's about 3 blocks high. So where the bottom of this is about where the acid is. You're about like halfway up this top tile. Keep shooting, morph, or press down to charge your spark. Spark again. Don't grab these. It's actually bad if you do, because if you miss the spin jump, you can just fall. Hold on. You can just fall straight down like that. Then you need to go up here and not die, which is easier said than done. See, I'm having trouble with it. Springvale helps everything, though. Do this. Get the jump, knee in the water. Jump right at the edge. Twice. Full jumps. You can do a damage boost here. A little tight. Springvale jump. Get that. Morph. Yeah, you can just run through here. And make sure you don't go too far. The safest strat is just to do this. Just to shoot like that. And make sure you don't jump too early. Except for this last one, you don't need that. Okay, so change of plans. You can actually do this. You can just run through. And now you want to run back here. Hold jump. This guy is still on his way up. So that's what you want to do. Don't worry about this guy. He won't bother you. Make sure you come into this room with a morph ball hop. Because it's slow without. Gravity suit. Can morph through the door transition if you want. Get the item. Maybe get the trash tank. It's up to you. By the way, MST reserve tanks are not bad. They're good. Go down the elevator. Once again, you can do the delayed dash tap, and it'll work just fine. Mini deboost here to save like a quarter of a second in terms of going backwards. Make sure you have more than 3 missiles, or 3 at the minimum. I don't see a case where you wouldn't have 3 missiles, but just in case, you know. Ooh, that was cool. 5 missiles. Don't deselect these. Put on the elevator. So now go a little bit faster because there's not as much to explain here. Fire 5, morph, jump through the door. Keep holding jump, make it up here. Deselect your missiles. Go through the door. Morph, farthest right you can. Up to you to charge a shot through the door or not. You can't do that. You could also, if you don't know how to mid-air-morphs for some ungodly reason, you can freeze that guy. If you're doing this, you might want to practice this. It's about, like, bottom of your body has to be, like, above this second block here. Yeah. If you do it tight enough, it's good. You can make it on this platform. Third block here. Do my cool strat. Actually, no, I won't. I'll do the normal strat. That ledge is just trippy. Literally and figuratively. Get your 3 missiles by jumping up. Try to predict the timing. It's the same every time, but just try to predict it. Springvale Jumps. Get a wall jump. Ledge grabs are very useful in every SM speedrun, basically. So you're going to want to learn them if you don't know how to do them already. These blocks are liars. They're actually full blocks. They are not half blocks. Don't take them for their lies. Get up through here. I'm going to try a mock ball through here. Also, once you lay that power bomb, just start jumping. You don't need to pick up these guys' drops unless you're incredibly low on HP, which should not happen here. And even so, you'll get your stuff back. It's a little hard to see in there, but it's doable. Yeah, you wanna do a speed jump through that door too. Mock ball here, save a tiny bit of time. I just like doing this little setup here where you can turn yourself around. So we got 3 missiles in, that's good. I'm gonna do the noob strat. And it works. It's not that much slower, I guess. Something to note, if Kraid's body is on screen, if you kill him really quickly, once his spikes fall below the bottom of the floor, like you can't see any of his body anymore, start running and jumping and morph through the door. That'll get you right through the door at max speed at all times, and it'll net you a few drops. And don't go back in like you're grabbing Varya's suit or something, because you don't need it. Or have it. I forget where Varya is. Oh yeah, it's near Boundary Zone. You can mock ball here if you're tight enough. That jump is possible, but don't recommend it. Plasma beam. If you miss that, you can just morph through the door. It's a little more timing based, but it's doable. Alright, so we're almost to the end. Gotta make a couple more detours. Stand in the middle block here, you won't get hit. Except for that last one, you want to shift over to the farthest block. So we're going to take this route. Springvale Jumps work wonders. See, that just kind of works. Pick up this missile tank, because if you're taking this route, you're probably going to need it. No offense. Or full offense, depending on how you want to look at it. Go up here. Okay, don't do that. It's bad. Let's see, how do I actually want to do this? Oh, you said it. So wait until after the second guy to jump there. Grab your power bombs. Roll through, spam shot. Jump up. It's tube time. You can jump through the door if you want to. Just try not to land in the sand. It's not cool. Delayed dash tap. The delay is only like a half second or so, by the way. So with some decent movement, this should net you a time of sub 25, probably. I would guess. Alternatively, you can mock ball over this guy. Do this. Still gonna want your full refill here. At least 32 is recommended. 34 is good enough. One block further than that ledge is where this missile is. Short hop mock ball. A regular ball jump does not work. For some reason. Grab our E-tank. It only loses a second and a half. And it's infinitely more safe. Because you have a full refill coming in here. So I'm going to kill this appetites too. God, this reminds me of Rogue Dawn. Bad memories. Green acid doesn't hurt that much. You might want to release off a charge shot as your first shot, just hoping he hits it. She, whatever, Mother Brain, same thing, guy. I'll try to show off how much damage it does if you get trapped in this corner. So I'm at 0-0 right now, right? Come on, buddy. Yeah, so that does 60 damage minimum. It can do a lot more, too. Depending on if she decides to stay or move. And if you get trapped in this corner, you're literally dead. You can't make it out. You cannot. Once Mother Brain crumbles to dust, you have a few seconds. Jump. You're out. There it is. Thanks for watching.